Well, it looks like Harvey has found himself in some trouble again.
Let's first say that you shouldn't feel guilty for anything.
Has Steve Harvey reached the end of his tether with the whirlwind of rumors surrounding his wife's fidelity? We're diving deep into the sensational narrative that has Hollywood buzzing. It's a tale of decades-long secrets, whispers of betrayal, and the staggering $200 million question. Hanging over it all, stay with us for the riveting details.
Everybody in here about your ass. Please understand that about the way I love you, Marjorie Elaine.
First up on our radar, the genesis of these jaw-dropping allegations against Marjorie. Despite her fervent efforts to clear the air, many believe she's done more harm than good, inadvertently casting herself in an even murkier light. Flashback to August 2023, the gossip mill Page dropped a bombshell, credit editing unnamed insiders. According to them, Marjorie wasn't just being unfaithful to Steve Harvey. She was having an affair with their bodyguard William Freeman, fondly dubbed Big Boom. Not just bodyguard, Freeman wore multiple hats: a personal chef, a close family confidant, and the mysterious pander.
Who is Marjorie cheating with? Allegedly. The bodyguard.
The leaked phone call paints a fascinating picture, surely reminiscing about her visit to the Harveys' opulent mansion, detailed a luxury that Marjorie Harvey had always enjoyed. You know what they have? Marjorie has her own spa, her own workout room. Does she look like she getting old? No. I haven't seen her, but the call further delves into Steve's purported health concerns, with Shirley mentioning how Steve got winded walking up his own staircase.
Shirley Strawberry was on a phone call with her husband in this conversation, and there were a couple of other comments that she made.
But the scandal was sparked by Shirley's statement when she claimed that Marjorie is arrogant and treats guests as if they were servants.
You know what? They have Marjorie has her own spa, her own workout room.
Does she look old though? Does she look like she's getting old?
No, I haven't seen her, but
Feel the fallout from the leak was swift. On a subsequent radio broadcast, a clearly upset Shirley faced the music, addressing the call and her comments head on. Steve, right here and now, I want to apologize to you and Marjorie for what I said. It was not my intention to add to the speculation, she expressed. While she didn't deny her words, she seemed regretful for having said them.
She said she looked good from her pictures, that Marjorie wasn't there. She hasn't seen her in person, and that if Marjorie had been home, they probably wouldn't have been invited over.
Ever the gentleman responded gracefully on air, sharing his empathy and understanding. He voiced, "Let me say this to you, Shirley. We have known about this right after it happened." He went on to acknowledge the difficulties of navigating private conversations when under public scrutiny, concluding with a reflexive thought on the nature of challenges, stating the devil is busy. When this came out, it's a little bit different because it's not gossip, rumor, or a malicious lie. It came from the inside circle. Comments from the public were predictably mixed, while some defended Shirley, expressing that everyone has private moments they wouldn't want shared. Others were less forgiving, suggesting she should face professional repercussion. You know, look, I'm so used to getting beat up. I didn't know how Marie was feeling about everything that's out there yet. Amidst all this drama, Steve has continued to stand by Marjorie, even taking to the stage at Invest Fest 2023 to debunk the swirling infidelity rumors. Addressing a sea of attendees, he confidently asserted the strength and authenticity of their relationship. To add another layer to the saga, recent reports hint at Steve's co-host deep admiration for the Harvey's lifestyle. Recounting a house tour Steve had given her, Shirley confided to her husband about the sheer opulence of the Harvey mansion, from its lavish spa rooms to Steve's trepidation in the face of Marjorie's strong personality. Our sources tell us that the influence of Marjorie on Steve's professional decisions is hard to overlook. Their initial meeting in 1990 at a comedy club was more than a passing affair. "Okay, baby, where did I meet you?" "Oh, first time we met, Memphis." Where at a comedy club, Steve, taken in by Marjorie's charm, remarked, "I don't know who you are, but one day, I'm going to marry you," though a seemingly romantic sentiment. It's essential to remember that at this point, Steve was a committed family man. Soon after, Harvey's marriage saw its end. While Marjorie was with Harvey during his marital turbulence, she herself was entangled in her own affairs, being married to Jim Townend, an individual who would later face incarceration. As far as when Steve and I got together, he had a whole another idea of what he was planning on doing after his divorce. This maze of relationships leads us To a striking piece of intel, Marjorie's alleged role in Steve's professional life didn't start with their marriage. Rumors suggest she played her cards strategically, ensuring Steve's attention never would. Viewed from her, Steve himself once noted to people that Marjorie was a game changer for him. My wife, she got up with me. She was the best. However, it wasn't a smooth journey for the two. The path from their 1990 encounter to their 2007 marriage was not straightforward. Somewhere in the middle, as Steve grappled with personal challenges, an unlikely figure made a pivotal appearance: William Big Boom Freeman. Their bodyguard, it was Big Boom who allegedly played a crucial role in reintroducing Marjorie in Steve's life at a time when his second marriage was on the rock. While in Las Vegas, Big Boom reminded Steve of his past happiness with Marjorie, urging him to reconsider his relationship with her. I met her 86-87 when the song came out, then God gave her back to me in 20, but questions persist. What role did Marjorie's past play in shaping her actions? Was her influence over Steve calculated or merely a result of genuine affection? And did Big Boom, in his unique position of trust, truly have Steve's interests at heart? Or was he just another pawn in the more significant? Marjorie, for her part, has attempted to shed light on these murmurings. In 2023, faced with allegations, she took to social media to decry the foolishness and lies. Steve, always the defender of his queen, took to his platform stating, "You all, please stop talking about she was in my other marriage and ruined it." She didn't. As we delve deeper into the complicated tapestry of Steve Harvey's relationships, a consistent theme emerges: the cloud of speculation hovering over Marjorie Harvey's role in Steve's life. But is there more to the story than what meets the eye? Let's unpack it. Mary, Steve's former spouse, has never been silent about her disdain for Marjorie, casting her in the role of the interloper who tore apart their family. Rumblings in Hollywood corridors suggest that Mary has always maintained that Marjorie had a hand in dismantling their marital bond. Echoing this sentiment, in 2011, Mary took to her YouTube channel casting aspersions on Steve's fidelity. She openly alleged that during their matrimony, the comedian had Dianes, one of which was with the now Mrs. Harvey. Although she was later reprimanded by the legal system for possibly violating her gag order, her accusations left an indelible mark. Was this all a calculated maneuver by Marjorie? An interesting tidbit that might fuel this theory is the curious role William Big Boom Freeman played in reconnecting Steve and Marjorie, instead of Steve reaching out to Marjorie directly during his marital strife. It was William who was the conduit. One has to ask, why was Marjorie orchestrating the narrative from behind the scenes? Yet amidst these stormy allegations, Steve has emerged as Marjorie's unwavering pillar of support. On a recent episode of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, he addressed the persistent rumors dogging his wife. "Tired of y'all talking about my girl, cuz my girl is one of the best women I've ever met, and why you black people out there got these blogs like you just going to destroy somebody?" I refuting the naysayers, he clarified, "She didn't ruin my previous marriage. She was nowhere around that." Steve also shed light on the timeline of his relationships, clarifying that Marjorie entered his life a year post his divorce from Mary Shackelford. "My marriage was over during the Kings of Comedy era," Steve highlighted, adding that in 2005, he was essentially starting from scratch. A poignant moment came when he recollected, "I had nothing when I asked her to marry me." At the end of 2006, the public sentiment is torn between sympathy for Mary's allegations and admiration for Steve's resilience in defending Marjorie's honor. As accusations fly and defenses mount, the true essence of Steve and Marjorie's relationship remains shrouded in mystery. One can't help but wonder, was Marjorie truly the cause of Steve's familial discord, or merely caught in the crossfire of another's battle? And why did Steve stand by her side amid such turbulence? And puzzlingly, he didn't even let go of the bodyguard in question. Could it be that Marjorie held sway over this decision? After all, Steve has shown a pattern of yielding into her wishes. Take, for instance, the words of Shirley Strawberry, who revealed that Marjorie luxuriates in her own spa and gym almost round the clock. She's carved out her private domain within the mansion where she seemingly keeps her distance from Steve. And who can forget the on-air episode titled "I Love Him," but where Marjorie alongside Dr. Phil aired her advances about Steve for all to witness. "You know, I kind of felt like you were going to probably take that position despite these public spats." Steve has displayed a remarkable tolerance. Our speculation dives deeper into the motive behind Steve's patience. It's not purely about heartstrings being tugged. There's a legal and financial quagmire to consider. Without concrete evidence of the affair. Any move to divorce could see Marjorie walking away with a staggering $200 million. Some speculate that a chunk of that fortune could eventually find its way to William Freeman. That's a toxic relationship. Piecing the narrative together, an intriguing hypothesis emerges. Could Freeman, who once managed a circle of women, be a part of a long-conceived plot, a plan spanning over 16 years, wherein an unsuspecting Steve is ensnared only for the trap to be sprung through a divorce leading to a significant financial windfall? One must remember Marjorie's past isn't devoid of shadowy dealings. Given everything we unveiled, it's hard not to have an opinion, so we're turning the spotlight over to you. Do you think Marjorie orchestrated this intricate dance from the very beginning? And could Steve, known for his wit and intellect, really be this ensnared in the web, or is he playing a game of his own? Drop your thoughts below, and let's keep the conversation rolling. But for now, thank you for joining us on this whirlwind tour of the Harvey saga. Until next time, keep your ear to the Hollywood graph fiend, and remember, there's always more beneath the surface.